Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I have this Natasha Denona Cupid 5 eyeshadow palette to try out. And I just got this in my March 2022 Boxy Luxe box. And I'm excited to get to try out another Natasha Denona product. This has a retail value of $48. And I was trying to look this up online and I realized it is Boxycharm exclusive, which is kind of neat. So it looks like there's 2 shimmers, 3 mattes. I'm not sure what kind of eyeshadow look I want to create with this, so I'm going to start out with some swatches to get a better idea of how these shades really look. Ooh. Very nice texture. Unfortunately, this shade is a little broken, so I have to be very careful. I do like the shades in here though. It's primarily neutral, and the types of neutral shades that I use most often. Okay, that red is swatching terribly. That has no pigment, but on my finger it looked pretty pigmented. That other matte's not bad. Ooh, that shimmer is very pigmented and pretty. Okay, that matte's decent. The shimmers are definitely more pigmented than the mattes. I don't know what was going on with that red shade. I'm going to try another swatch because that seemed very dry and lacking pigment. So I'm going to pick it up again. See, like on my finger, it's looking pigmented. I don't know why the swatch had no pigment. Yeah, once again, very almost like sheer. So here are those swatches. I mean, it's a cohesive color story. Not too impressed by those matte swatches, but look at those shimmers. Those are nice. Well, since I know that the shimmers are my favorite shades in this palette, I'm going to try and keep those a little bit more of a focal point in the look. So I am going to test these out with and without an eyeshadow primer. So I'm going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I also really want to try and create an eyeshadow look that uses all 5 shades to see how they actually perform on the eye. But so I'm just applying this eyeshadow primer all over one of my eyes. Blend it out. I feel like my normal process is to start from the brow down. I do my highlight shade, and this middle shade does look like a good highlight shade. So I'm gonna do it. I was gonna skip that step and just use this shade for the lid, and I will still put this on the lid probably, but I also want to use it as a highlight because it really is a fantastic highlight shade. And I just apply it with my finger super easily, right under the brow, inner corner, and that is beautiful. It's brightening, it's pigmented, it's not too dark for this. So that's a great starting point, a great shade for any eyeshadow look, in my opinion. The next shade that I'm going to reach for with more of a fluffy crease brush is this shade here, which I'm excited about as a crease transition shade. There's definitely kickback in this palette. But so I'm going to just apply this from the crease up to the brow bone, and this blends over the brow highlight shade, which is why I always do my brow highlight first. And this way it becomes the perfect shape above the crease transition shade and underneath the brow, and you don't have to worry about ruining any of your blending if you go in with the highlight afterwards. And so this crease transition shade, I like it because it gives a little bit of color. It deepens this crease area a little bit more to create that contour shape to my eye. And it seems to blend out fine. And the pigment is also fine for this purpose. I do feel like I can layer it up a bit and use a heavy hand for this amount of pigment that I'm getting and for this shade, but it really is great for this purpose. And I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna, once again with a fluffy brush, I'm just gonna pick up the red shade on the end. And I'm gonna put this into the crease and try and build up a little bit of color, dimension, and make it a little fun, a little glam. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty pigmented on the eye. Even though the swatch wasn't too impressive, I like this on the eye. It's blending out well. A nice burgundy, purpley red. And that does give nice dimension to the eye. It's definitely out of my comfort zone to put a red tone in the crease. Wearing red on my eyes in general is out of my comfort zone because I have so much redness already in my eyes. I'm in my eyelid, I mean, just from like discoloration and all that. So I don't like to add any more redness, but I'm actually liking this. I do feel like it's looking a little more pigmented on the eye with the primer versus without it. I feel like it's just like disappearing on the eye without the primer. I'm picking up quite a bit more to try and build it up to how it looks on the eye with the primer. It does seem buildable, blendable, but good to know that an eyeshadow primer makes an improvement in how these eyeshadows look. I recommend wearing an eyeshadow primer all the time anyways to prevent creasing, help your eyeshadows last all day. But sometimes with certain eyeshadow formulas, it really will amp up the color and seems to be what's happening here. Even though after layering it up, it looks pretty similar now. But okay, that definitely did make it more glam. Now for some shimmer shades. I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to start with the darker shimmer here and apply that to the outer section of my eyelid. Oh, wow. I really only need to lightly tap it onto my eyelid and it is full opaque color. I love to see that. I really like how this shade looks with that red crease. So I'm just going to blend, especially blend out that outer corner, which is so hard for me to reach when I apply eyeshadow with my finger. So make sure I fill that in. And now I am going to pick up the light shimmer here, which I'm really loving, and apply that to the rest of the lid. And that can help to brighten the look a little bit, which was becoming kind of dark. I really like this. That is super pretty. Wow. What do we think? I actually have a lot of that red color going on, very visible in this look, more so than I was thinking I would use, but I really like how this is looking. It's definitely glam, but it's super easy to create and to pull off because it's a very cohesive color story that's neutral, but also a little bit of color. Neutral color. That's a thing, right? And so I wanted to use all 5 shades, and the only shade left that I have not used is this matte brown, which I am going to blend along the lower lash line and hopefully pull this whole look together. I love a brown on the lower lash line. And yeah, this is great. Just gonna lightly smoke that out. So it does complete the eye look. So you can see with it versus without it. I think it would also look pretty if I switched the red and this brown on the lower lash line. So then you could have more brown in the crease area and more red on the lower lash line. But I think the effect would still be pretty similar. So here you can see the finished eyeshadow look. And I really like this. I'm happy with this. It definitely is giving me more like fall vibes with like the burgundy being so prevalent in this look. But even if I just tone down the burgundy, this is a very easy to wear, glam, warm tone eyeshadow look that was really easy to create. I'm really happy with this palette, and the shades were very nice formulas, easy to blend. Ended up showing up very pigmented on my eyes. We did notice a slight difference in how bright the matte showed up with the primer versus without it, but the shimmers I think are super pigmented that even without the primer it looks the same. No creasing, so that's good. So I really like this, and I think I'll be able to get a lot of use out of it. So if you've tried this, I would really love to hear in the comments down below what kind of looks you've been creating and what you think of it in general. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.